you generally don't hear Japanese people say they hate something, right? Even something as topical as Prime Minister Abe, former Prime Minister Abe, when he was assassinated, the funeral was going on. He was a very controversial prime minister. Not everybody really liked him, but not everybody publicly said that they didn't like him. Even at the funeral, people were like, well, I would press my students and they'd be like, well, I didn't exactly agree with his policies. And, I'm sorry that he's dead, like that. But that's as far as they'll go, reverse it to, in a Western area, we'll openly say how we hate politicians or something like that. And we're like, man, I'm glad that guy's dead,
Or a movie for that matter.
Or a movie for that matter, exactly. So I think the critiques are a lot higher and things like that. Just even right now, there's a video of the Suicide Squad game that's come out recently, and people have been openly hating that game. But most of those people that are openly hating it haven't even played the game. So I don't, even a better example is Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter game. There was a whole protest, blah, blah, blah. You know what? That was the #1 selling game of 2024.
Really?
2023, yeah. It beat out Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is insane because everybody was trying to boycott this game. Suddenly it was the #1 selling game, as far as I know. So,
So Marvel is not being criticized too much in Japan. The fans generally like it. They go watch the movies.
Yeah.
And Marvel it's a comic franchise,
correct,
like DC, and this is basically the American competitor to, let's say, Japanese manga and anime in a way, right? Would you say the treatment of Japanese manga and anime is the same as foreign kind of comics? Are they more strict with how anime are being released and criticizing?
You're talking about Japanese people,
Yes.
right? Yes, actually. That's actually, I've never even thought about that, but yeah, that is very true. When the subtext, like when an animated adaptation of something comes out, I have noticed Japanese people critique a lot more. My wife will be like, it was better in the manga or something like that. Or, I definitely have noticed that when we're watching an anime or something like that, I'll look her over and she'll be on her phone half the time. I'm like, why aren't you actually watching the show? She's like, I read the manga. So I'm just waiting for this cool scene to happen like that. And then when they adapt like a movie or something, very, very different sort of attitude to it. And I never really see somebody be like, yo, that anime that came out was amazing. I loved it. A good example for me is Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I didn't really like the first season. I thought it was a little overrated the way people were hyping it up. But when I watched the movie, I fell in love with it. I thought that movie was great. My wife was just like, she just never will talk about the movie ever. And the only people I can talk to are my fans about it, but I'll never find anybody like enthusiastically just talk about how great that movie was. Very interesting the way that works.